and rock.
Ooh yeah. Well, alright, we're jamming. I wanna jam it with you. We're jamming, and I hope you.
Hello folks, welcome to another Taste Buds episode, and today I am making a crazy vegan dish using my Royal Montego Soya Chunks. I am making Soya Chunks Biryani. I'm also using this National Chicken Biryani mix. It's a premix package, and it's going to be paired with these awesome vegetables to make something totally out of the box and something totally nice and healthy and good for you. So I have some garlic, about 6 cloves of garlic, some carrot, 1 carrot, tomato, a red onion. I'm also using scallion and edamame. Yes, and I'm gonna be pairing it with the veggie chunks and the biryani. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to pour your entire package of veggie chunks in a pot of boiling water. You may turn the stove off and you may add a little capful of apple cider vinegar just to cut some of that, give it a little bit of thing, So, once you have done that, you're going to leave this to soak or to rehydrate for about 15 minutes, and then you are ready to start your prep. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep my scallions and my vegetables, and we move on to the next stage. Let me tell you a little bit about biryani. So biryani is an Indian dish. It's a mixed rice dish where you put the protein and the staple together in a one pot style. The way in which they do it, however, is very unique, and the flavor that they use to get this thing done is awesome. It's almost like a very unique curry style, and they use goat, they use beef, they use lamb, they use chicken, they use seafood to make this biryani. And guys, today I'm taking it up a notch by adding it to a vegan style or to veggie chunks. Now, many persons will say, Yardie Belly TV, why you don't do this from scratch? And guys, it is not as easy to acquire the herbs and the spices that are used, and to do it to the right measurement. When you get it in a container like how I've gotten it in the little package from the Indian store, it makes sense because you know exactly how much of that package to use, and all the different herbs and spices are already in that. The cardamom, the tarragon, the tamarind. I mean, you name it, it's in it. So guys, just stick and stay and you will see this awesome dish, I promise you. After I'm done cutting up this vegetable, the very next thing is to drain my biryani from the water. Not my biryani, my veggie chunks from the water, and we are gonna get it started. All right. So what I want to do now is I want to do a little bit of pre-prep with my veggie chunks. So I'm gonna be adding some stuff just to give myself my little oomph. Just give my little oomph. I'm starting out with some garlic powder. And I like garlic, guys, so I will use about 2 tablespoons of garlic. Yeah, I love garlic, trust me. Then I'm also adding my pimento seeds, allspice berries, and that is another thing that is unique. Yeah, you can, just oomph it up a little bit. I'm adding some black pepper. About a teaspoon of black pepper is good. I'm adding some turmeric, and about a tablespoon of turmeric is good. And the turmeric is for flavor, because it's, at the end of the day, it's really a curry, guys. It might not be a very yellow curry, but it's a curry. And it's also adding color, flavor and color. I'm also adding some cayenne pepper, and that is for my, little spice kick. So there you have it, guys. The next thing I'm gonna add is some garlic powder. Not garlic powder, I've already added garlic powder. I'm adding some fresh garlic, and I'm just gonna mix this in. And if you want, guys, you can leave this to marinate for, maybe 15 minutes. You want to, just let all the ingredients marry. So you can leave this for a while. Now, I'm also using some basmati rice, Indian rice, and I'm using 2 cups of basmati Indian rice, to which I'm gonna add this to some boiling water. You may wash your rice if you want, or whatever. Add it to some boiling water. Now, you don't have to measure the amount of boiling water. Just make sure that it covers the rice thoroughly, all right? And then I'm also adding, maybe off camera, 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. So once the rice is in their pot, bring it to a boil, and then let's start on our veggie chunks. We're gonna be adding some cooking oil, maybe about 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. I'm using coconut oil, and you want to add your veggie chunks to this. And you're gonna quickly saute your veggie chunks in this coconut oil, and then you're gonna start building on flavors and adding more ingredients. And guys, it smells awesome in here, I tell you. All right, make sure it don't burn or stick, but you want to saute this until the garlic has, start to release some of its flavors, and then you're gonna start to add more ingredients. At this time, I'm adding my frozen edamame. You can use tender garden peas or green peas. You can use any peas that you have, basically can be used. I'm using the edamame because it's available and because I like the green color. It just makes it look really nice. At this time, I'm gonna be adding my biryani mix, and the biryani mix, as I said, is a host of spices and herbs that is found mainly in India. The national brand that I have is from India. I bought it at the local Indian store. My local Indian store is called Flavors of India. You may just go online, and you may also buy this off Amazon. All right, and I'm using maybe half of the package, which would be 3 or so tablespoons. Oh my Lord, it smells so good in here. It smells so good in here. The next thing I'm adding is my carrots. And I'm adding my onion. And you want to make sure that your fire is on medium. Don't make it too hot, don't make it burn, because this is gonna be at the bottom of the pot. All right, when your biryani takes shape. All right, all of this is gonna be at the bottom of the pot, so you want to make sure that it doesn't burn. And the last thing I'm gonna add at this stage is my tomatoes. And you just want to incorporate this into the mix. So now once your rice is parboiled, you don't want it to be completely boiled, you're gonna use your strainer and just add your rice to the top of your veggie chunks, like how I am doing. The easiest way to do it is this way. You may want to drain your rice first, whatever which way suits you is good, but this is a good way. And here I have a couple pieces of saffron that I am using to color my rice, and I'm just adding it to some of the water that I boiled the rice in. All right, and I'm just allowing it to steep in the water so it release the color. In retrospect, I should have allowed this to stay a little bit longer, but I didn't. It's my first time using saffron, and so allow it to steep for a good 10-15 minutes or wherever beforehand so that you release the full color and flavor of the saffron. I didn't do that, and I am gonna do it next time. All right, but you want to add your saffron and water to the top of your rice with a little butter, and here I'm just finishing up with some scallions. And guys, you keep your flame on low at this time because otherwise it's gonna burn. And this is a trick that my mama told me, guys. What she did was she washed a plastic bag in Jamaica. Yes, she washed a plastic bag thoroughly and she placed it on top of the rice. And the reason why she did this is to just seal in the moisture and allow the rice to steam thoroughly. Remember, guys, you have to wash your plastic bag thoroughly. All right. If you have a pot that can totally allow for the rice to steam, you can just keep it and don't use the plastic bag. This is the end result, guys. When you dip underneath, you want to fold over your protein, your veggie chunks, the protein side of it, you want to fold it over on top of itself. You're not gonna do that for the entire dish because you want to have rice or a little of the white rice with a little of the protein when you are serving. All right, once you start serving, you are scraping down the top onto the bottom so that the rice does not totally become saturated. It is not supposed to be wet like a pilau. It is supposed to be dry and moist and just awesome. Guys, I cannot tell you how in the house smells right now. It smells so good. I can't tell you how good it smells. And we're just gonna plate some of this as it's done. After about 20 minutes it's done. I'm plating it here for you to see. This is my Veggie Chunks Biryani. The flavors are unique. It is awesome. It's delicious. Guys, I recommend that you try this in your neck of the woods. If you're a vegan, this is awesome. If you're not vegan, it still tastes good. If you want, you can try it with chicken. Of course, you know I'm gonna try it with chicken. You can try it with goat. You can try it with whatever you so choose. Remember, Yardie Belly TV is here to turn my hand and make fashion and show you guys that you can do awesome things if you just put out a little bit of effort. Again, this is a vegan, 100% vegan. It is Veggie Chunks Biryani. Like it now, share it now, subscribe with the channel now, and make we see what can go on. Again, Royal Montego sells an awesome veggie chunks in a nice package, and you may find it in your local supermarkets and stuff. Like, share, subscribe, live and laugh, cook and